about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hey everybody, my name is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm not technically going on a date night. I'm going to call it a girls' night because my husband is up north working right now. It's his last weekend up there. He will be coming back on Tuesday, and he will be working from home. Not from home, but in the city. So things are changing a bit for us, and I don't know what that looks like for makeup looks or date night, but he will be home on the weekend, so I will have more time to film on the weekends. I think that's what's going to pretty much encompass most of my filming time anyway. So we're going to do a makeup look, and this is a look I have done before, but this is, I guess, an updated version using an older palette. So I'm using nothing new in this video. I will explain as I go along. I'm going to do it like I did last time. I have makeup wipes in case I need to wipe away any product, but I'm going to do my eyes first. So I rarely ever do this, but I feel like I have to because the shadow is so dark, and it just makes so you don't have any fallout on your cheeks, and it just looks better. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is take my MAC. This is the Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. I'm going to go ahead and pop this all over my eyes. I will use my concealer brush just to make it easy. I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can because I realized that I need to, actually I need to put contacts in. I will be right back. So my contacts are now in. I'm just going to prime my lids. So I put a little bit of this concealer all over the lid, and this helps the shadow to adhere as well. So I'm just going to pop that on. It does not have to be perfect because the shadow will cover up any imperfections anyway, but it does help to hide veins, and it does also help to make the shadow stick. Okay, palette that I'm going into is my Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. This is the first one, the Not All Matte shade. And also, before we do this, even though I might wipe away my under eyes after, I'm going to spray my face with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Okay, so just a little bit of that. Now going into my palette. So because I want my shadow to, I don't want to like blend it, I'm just going to pack it on. I'm going to use an E25. This is a blending brush, but I'm just going to pack it on the flat side of the brush. And going into the shade, it's like my favorite shade. It's called Chocolate Martini. It's kind of like, I want to call it like a golden brown, but yeah, for sure, it's probably my favorite shade in this palette. Definitely the one I've used the most. So I'm just going to tap it on, and I'm going to keep doing this until I blend it up to, I get it to the desired shade that I want. Okay, so I'm going to leave this brush aside because I might use it to blend. I look very scary right now, but I promise you it will come together and look gorgeous. So the first step is to wipe away any fallout. I realize I've let my wipes stay open, so I'm just going to use some, I don't have any water on hand, so I'm just going to use some of my Fix Plus to spray on the white, and then use that to wipe away my under eyes here. I'm also using it a little bit to wipe above, and I'm going to blend that out with a lighter shade once we get everything all put together. So the next step is to prime. So I'm going to add some of my Milk Makeup Hydrogrip Primer. And I will be doing this makeup look as fast as I can because I'm in a little bit of a rush. We just put my daughter to bed, me and my mom, and she was crazy. She went into her room without us knowing. We were sidetracked with this little one, and she got into her Vaseline and put it everywhere. So I was not too happy, but you know, we got her in the bath, got her cleaned up, and now she's sleeping, thank goodness. Okay, so I'm using my e.l.f. Camo CC cream. I really liked how this applied last time. It is the shade Light 240, and it had super, super good coverage. I will be using it with a brush this time. I will be doing minimal lip stuff today. I'll probably just use a lip gloss when I get there because when I drink, I don't like to have stuff on my lips. Okay, next is concealer. I'm using my Kosas Revealer Concealer in the shade 04N. I'm just going to use it under the eyes. I'm using the same brush I used to apply the concealer for my lid. Okay, and then for powder, I'm going in with my Kosas powder because I feel like this shade is super, super light. So we're going to add some gold tones back into my skin with the powder. This is a really nice setting powder too. It's really fine. Okay, and then next I'm going to do eyebrows. All right, eyebrows are done. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer and just warm up the perimeter of my face. Okay, and then we are going to line the inside rim of my inner waterline. I'm using my Milani Stay Put liner in 02 Semi Sweet. It's like one of my go-tos for this. So I'll quickly do this. Okay, now I'm going back into the palette just to work on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take a fine brush. I think I'm going to take this fine liner. It's like an E15 by Sigma, and I'm just going to stamp it into that same color. I'm going to tap off my brush so I don't get it anywhere else, and just kind of extend it into the liner on the lower lash line here. So I'm going to blend after, but I just want to stamp it in so I don't have much fallout. Kind of do the same thing. It's like a little bit less of a, it's a little bit more fluffier than the last brush I used anyway. And then we're going back in with that first brush we used just to touch up the lid here. Soften up the edges a tiny bit. I'm going to take an even fluffier brush now. Actually, I lied. Let's take another, we're going to take a smaller brush. This is an E27, so it's like a blender, but a little bit smaller. I'm going to go into the shade Strip Poker. So this is kind of like my skin tone blending shade. And I'm just going to clean up the edges and blend it into the dark shade so it's not going to extend beyond the area that I want it to. And then what we're going to do is line the upper lash line with Too Faced Better Than Sex black liquid liner. Okay, now I'm going to load on the mascara. Okay guys, so I was totally going to do lashes, but I decided against it because you know what? They are a pain. My eyes are dark enough to like really give a punch anyway. And I feel like I don't want to do lashes. I don't know, it's just this thing. But I will do highlighter, and that will kind of emphasize my features, and I'll put some gloss on as well. So, my highlighter brush, where though? So let's do highlighter brush. I will do the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, cheek, a little bit between the brows. It's like a teeny tiny little brush. We're going to do the inner corners. And under the brow bone. Okay, and I think that is it. So let's just do a little bit of gloss. I'm going to do Legends Only by Jeffree Star. Okay, and then a little bit of setting spray. We will do the Charlotte Tilbury one today. Just a little bit. And that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're new, please subscribe, click on the bell button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.